Hey guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing a really quick video today because, believe it or not guys, I've got my first Halloween haul of the season. It's not the biggest haul in the world, and it was a haul that I was not expecting to get at all. But, you know, these things just sort of happen every now and again, and when you live in a world where you're constantly looking for Halloween stuff, this stuff just kind of happens. So let's get into this and I'll show you what I got. So today me and my wife went to Manchester. We go there very rarely, and when we go there are a few places I like to go, one of which is a place called Affleck's Palace. Now if you've never been to Affleck's Palace, if you live in the UK that is, or you live in Manchester or anywhere in this part of the world, you need to go, because Affleck's Palace is a consortium. I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like a shopping mall, except that every single store and every single shop is independently owned by somebody who has it's crafts, it's tattoos, it's piercings, it's t-shirts, it's band t-shirts, it's lots of music inspired stuff. It's eclectic. It's wigs and loud costumes. There's vintage clothing and all kinds of stuff. It is a consortium of stuff, amazing stuff, and I love going there. I've been going there since I was 15. It's one of them places, it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, you might find it weird, but as you walk around there'll be something that brings a smile to your face, or that you'll go, oh wow, that's so cool, I've not seen one of them in years, I'm gonna pick one of them up. I like going there because obviously, being Mr. Halloween, there's always slightly sort of spooky, skull and all that kind of stuff, infused kind of stuff. And today I just happened to be in there and saw a cool shop, which you're gonna like the bag guys. The shop was called Occult. Ain't that cool? Just a little independent store inside. Had some really cool stuff, some like little coffin shaped shelves and lots of little intricate skull and skeleton sort of ornaments and things. And my eye was of course taken by something, which is why I've ended up buying something. And what I've ended up with is this. I've got a thing about mugs. I think this is my thing I'm gonna collect. I don't know why. Ever since I bought some Halloween mugs last year, anything Halloweeny themed that you can drink out of, I end up buying. And this will be added to my collection. This will probably be the mug that I end up actually drinking my morning tea out of. But the box in itself, it's so cool. Look, little skulls and skeletons and crosses, cobwebs. It just is the coolest thing. So let's just have a little look. I'll get it out of the box. How cool, guys. Look at that. Way. Absolutely amazing. It's quite big as well. So I like a lot of tea. I do drink quite a lot of tea, so that's great. That was the first thing I bought. Then I moved on to TK Maxx. Now, TK Maxx, I think in the US you have TJ Maxx, I want to say. I could be wrong. It's something like that, but it's basically the same thing. TK Maxx is a huge store full of loads of weird stuff, most of which you're like, why is this in here? It's like, I don't get what this shop really is. It's an emporium of all kinds of stuff. But I had seen recently lots of people posting code orange alerts that TK Maxx had brought out a range of Halloween themed stuff. I did find some Halloweeny items, and I'm going to show you what I bought now. So the first thing I ended up coming away with was this. This is, if you haven't figured it out yet, it's a coaster holder. I don't know why I bought this. It's $7.99, but I thought that's really cool. Anything again, Tombstone, Halloween themed, I'm all over it. So, and we didn't have anything to put our mugs on. I've just bought a new mug, so I needed something to put it on. You've got 4 of these cool little coasters with this, each one with a little skeleton guy on saying boo. And when you've done with your coaster, you put it back in the coaster holding rack, which is of course a tombstone. So that will be going probably over here on this table, I think. Then I saw this. Yes, guys, it's a pumpkin, but not just any pumpkin. It's a candle pumpkin. This was $12.99, and it is part of the Martha Stewart range. And the fragrance is carved pumpkin. It's very nice. I'm not a candle expert, but I'd say that's definitely got like cinnamony, spicy, pumpkin spice vibes. Yeah, quite sweet, but really nice. We'll probably save that to burn that maybe when it's not quite so hot, because it's been really warm here in the UK the last few days. So yeah, maybe save that one for another day. But $12.99. I was quite chuffed with that. Then lastly, TK Maxx. As I was about to buy those 2 items, I saw they had more Halloween stuff on the way, waiting in the queue to go to pay. And I ended up, for some reason, buying an oven mitt. I don't bake. I cook every now and again. I'm not gonna lie. My wife is a far better cook than I am. She does most of the cooking. But, you know, every now and again you do need to get something out the oven. We didn't have an oven mitt. And when I saw this, look at this on it, guys. I mean, you've got ghosts, you've got tombstones, creepy graveyard, crows. It's really, really cool. The pattern's just repeated all the way along it. But I just thought that's really cool. I thought I'd done after that. I thought that was it. I'm not going to find anything else Halloweeny. And then right next door to TK Maxx was HomeSense. Now, I've never been in HomeSense before. I think it's got some relation to an American version, possibly Home Store, which I think is part of Home Depot. It's that whole shebang. And I think it's owned by the same people, which is probably why this store had so much Halloween stuff in it in July. When I tell you I nearly wet my pants when I saw this stuff, you have to believe me, because you've got to remember, in the UK, most stores do not stock Halloween stuff at this time of year. It's rare that, like, TK Maxx does this very small range. It had, like, literally 2 shelves worth of stuff, and I was blown away by that. So when I walked into HomeSense and saw at least 2, if not 3 aisles dedicated to Halloweeny stuff, my jaw hit the floor. Now, I'm not going to lie, some of the stuff was the same stuff that had been in TK Maxx, but there were a lot of unique items that I was absolutely blown away by. If I'd have had more time, and I'd have maybe had our car with us, because we got on the train today, I didn't want to buy. I was frustrated. I would have loved to buy more, but I didn't want to have to carry it around Manchester all day. So I had to limit myself to just the 2 things that I liked the most. So the first thing I ended up coming away with is this. It's a throw. We're going to use it as a blanket, because sometimes in the evening time, me and my wife like to get a bit cozy on the sofa, as long as it's not 40-degree heat, and we like to, you know, just put a little blanket over ourselves, which is why we have these blankets hanging about all over the place. And I haven't got a Halloweeny themed one, and when I saw this, I was like, look at that. So it's orange and white pumpkins on orange background, white pumpkins on this side. Turn it around. White background, orange pumpkins on this side. So it's absolutely amazing, really, really soft, and it was $19.99. So I was quite impressed with that. I thought that was pretty good. So that's definitely going to be an all-year stayer out of that one. And lastly, I saw an item. There was so much I could have gone for in there. They had snow globes, they had ornaments, they had bowls and dishes and cake stands and candles, and it went on and on and on, cushions. But there was one thing that I saw and I was just like, I've got to have that. I've got to have that. And it was this. No, not this. It's better than that. Get ready, guys. I know you're going to appreciate this. Ooh. Now tell me that isn't really cool. It's quite solid as well. It's quite heavy too. But not only that, guys, check this out. Boom! Oh yeah. Light up haunted house. You've got your pumpkins on the doorstep. You've got ghosts hanging out the windows. You've got bats heading up towards the attic. And when you turn it round, you've got some creepy trees creeping up the back of the house. And just generally, I'm a sucker for a haunted house. So when I saw this, I was like, that's coming home with me. I don't care how heavy it is heavy. And I knew we had a long day of shopping and walking around all the other stores, but I didn't care. I knew I had to have this. It looked amazing. And at $14.99, for me, I think that's a bit of a steal. I think that's an absolutely brilliant ornament that I will treasure for years to come. And that, guys, is just my first little haul of the season. So that's from 3 different stores. Occult, which is an independent store in Affleck's Palace, which again, I will just reiterate, if you're ever in Manchester and you get the chance to go to Affleck's Palace, go. Because I guarantee you might find it weird. I'm not gonna lie, there's some weird stuff in that big shop, not the big emporium. But you will end up walking out with a smile on your face thinking, this was brilliant. No word of a lie. It genuinely is an experience. Then TK Maxx, where I got those 3 great items from. And lastly, HomeSense with those last 2 items, which I am really, really pleased with. So I'm really pleased to have bought my first official little Halloween things. I know I did buy a ghost earlier on in the year, the techie ghost, which is more of a prop for my haunt. These are house items. I don't have much decor stuff, which I keep in my house. So these are gonna look great as all year pieces. My wife thinks I'm just gonna get them out in September, but no, oh no. These things are going out right now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky. Bye.